Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I had to recap on the brake job that I did on the Jeep Grand Cherokee. I put in slotted brakes and rotors with new ceramic pads all the way around. It's still grinding. I don't like it. So I'm on the way to get the rotors cut, and they're probably about 2 weeks old. The manufacturer, or not manufacturer, but the sales company replaced them, which is very, very nice of them. But I've been told that the pads are the issue, not the rotors. You know, cheap pads will give you that grinding feel to them. So let's get to the bottom of this issue. I wanted just to replace the pads to see if that was the issue by itself, but you know what? I don't want to be going back and forth anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and get them cut. I usually go to this old school, you know, auto parts that they do have a little cutting machine for the rotors. You know, he did mention to me that yes, it does happen occasionally when you have cheap pads, you know, you get that grinding feel to it. So not liking it, and I'm gonna go ahead and take care of it already, because it's kind of ridiculous that you know, you spend a bunch of money on, you know, these pads and rotors, and you know, it doesn't perform the way it's supposed to be. It does break better, don't get me wrong, but that grinding feel, especially when it get a little bit warmer, it's very annoying. It's just doesn't feel right, and you know, you hear it inside the vehicle and you feel it in your foot pedal. So yeah, I gotta definitely get this, you know, taken care of. So I'll keep it posted and see if that's the issue. And so instead of buying those rotors, you know, combination with the pads, buy just the rotors, because they look pretty nice. But buy, you know, maybe local pads, you know, where you can replace them if you have any issues. If the pads give me a, you know, are the cause of the problem, I'm going to contact them and let them know, hey, you know, it's not the rotor, but it's the pads. That way, maybe they'll stop selling those pads, you know, in combination with those rotors. And see where that takes me. But definitely not a fun thing to do, taking these damn rotors out a few times. So it is what it is. So, you know, I'm still happy with the performance of the brakes. But yeah, the original ones came with the car, very mushy. I just didn't like them at all. You know, my son kept complaining that they were mushy. You know, they didn't feel like the car was stopping. It's a, you know, decent sized vehicle. So after I replaced them, they worked much better. But like I said, grinding, gotta go. So let's stay tuned. All right, let's see what happens. You do the inner and the outer at the same time, or?
Yes.
That is so cool.
Especially this one. Some cross-drill slotted rotors have a slot here and then a slot here. Right. And what happens is it makes the imprint on the other side, but yours are asymmetrical. Okay. So we're good with yours.
All right. Let's just see what's true.
We'll find out the hard way, huh?
That's right. By having to replace the brakes a couple times until you get it right. This is what happens when you don't buy Bamboo brakes.
No, I mean, if you put a good set of pads and you put a new finish on the rotor, you're supposedly have done it right. Because a lot of people throw a good set of pads and they leave the rotor like this. See, they say, oh no, it's good, but this is actually crystallized. You need to take this crystallization off and put a new finish, and then the pad breaks in with the rotor correctly. Okay. If you don't resurface it, what happens is the pad gets all glazed like this, and then it's like two pieces of glass rubbing together. It doesn't exactly stop the way it was designed. Put that on YouTube.
There we go, before and after. Look how nice this is. Look at this. This is like glazy, shiny.
It's like a mirror, which is not good.
Definitely not. Oh, man. You know, even on these edges here, it felt sharp before. Now it's like more, not as smooth. Perfect.
Ay, queda muchacho.
También.
También derechitos, they're pretty straight. Pero también, you know, para que se jorobe el pedazo y el grueso de pinga. This is what they call the silencer belt. This is para que no coja vibración and the cut is truer and smoother.
You're here one more than the other?
That's normal.
That's normal?
No, because un pedazo de metal que se enfría y se calienta muchas veces puede work a little bit. That's normal. Ahora, if it's drastic, then esto con un cortecito se empareja seguido. Sometimes the one on the right side se joroba un poquitico más on the left side because that's where you go through the puddles. When it's hot, se enfría con un chaco, se joroba un poquitico. It works a little bit. That's normal.
Alright, here we go. Second one. You hear that? It looks like it's like wood.
Creo que como se dice empieza a cortar pareja.
This is so cool, guys. Alright guys, this one needs a second pass. There was a section, I don't know if you can see it. There's a section there, see it's shiny and the rust. So it looks like this particular one was a little warped. This is a brand new rotor, it's truly so. 2.5 weeks. You see it, we did a first pass and a second pass on this side. This side is fine. Yeah, the inner is fine. We've been here for a while. Old shop, 40 something years. Can we get your rotors cut? Bring him here. Salt Lake Auto, Miami Gardens, Florida. He knows all the parts, everything you need, fast. Hopefully on this pass everything will get cleared up. I don't know if you can see in the video the starting part. I think you can. You see it as close through. And the second pass to make this nice and straight. All right, I'm back. So, nicely cut brand new rotors that I had to go and cut for no reason, except for who knows if it's quality related or whatever the case may be. But so they are gorgeous. They're rough. They're perfect. Nicely cut the way it was intended to be. So I'm gonna put new pads in, and you know, hopefully this super annoying grinding will go away. So I'll break them in, and then I'll see. We'll check it out, see how it feels. But for the meantime, yeah, let's go put it all together. You don't really need to. I'm gonna speed this up to see how the the pads go in. You know, the entire video shows you pretty much. You know, just put the two pads in. You know, if you're putting new pads, you gotta use a clamp, close the cylinders, put it all back, tighten it, and off we go. All right, these are the cut rotors, ready to rock and roll with the new ceramic pads, not the ones that came with the kit. So we'll see how they run. Hopefully the vibration of the grinding goes away. All right, let's put it all together, take it for a test drive, break them in, and go from there. Okay. This is the brakes that I was recommended. Brake pads. They work pretty good. I was told, you know, they're high performance. I don't know. It felt great on the car. These are the ones that are, look at this, they're brand new. I don't know what's the deal with this, but man, what a shame. But it is what it is. Alright guys, I just broke in the pads and the cut rotors. Wow, what a difference. Now it's correct. So the only problem is that I can't realize honestly to see if it's the rotors are bad or the pads. It feels with these pads feels even stronger than before. So I believe it was the pads, but it feels amazing. It really does. So buy the rotors separate from the pads and buy the best pads you could possibly buy. Don't cut and get those cheap pads that come in these kits. Unfortunately, yeah, the rotors are gorgeous, but you know, just spend a couple bucks more, and the difference is just, it's so quiet right now. I can't even hear it, feel it. So it is a big difference. So I'm driving it for 15 minutes, like, you know, the break-in kit, you know, tells you, and that's it. But even when I was doing the break-in before, I could feel the grinding. It was just kind of like unbearable. So it didn't get any better throughout the weeks. So now I just put them in. I feel the difference. So I show you when I get back the brakes pads that I installed. They were the recommended ones, you know, that shop, you know, told me. They were kind of expensive. They were $85 just for the front. So you know, don't cut corners. I thought these kits were inexpensive, but apparently, you know, it wasn't worth it, to be honest with you. You know, the time that I took it out, put it back in, even they sent the new ones out, it's not worth it. So, you know, try to get some quality rotors, quality pads. It'll make a world of difference, and you will thank me for it. So